All right. Hello, everyone, and thanks so much for joining today's Flatcar office hours. It is August 12th. A little bit of housekeeping. We are an incubating CNCF project. So we operate under the CNCF Code of Conduct, which just basically says be nice to each other. If you want to say anything, raise your hand. Just a nice, safe, and happy environment. For anyone who is new, these office hours are a space to talk through news and happenings in and around Flatcar, give our user community a chance to chat directly with maintainers, run through demos, and do some release planning together. So the way that we start this off, we will kick off with some introductions. I will pick somebody at random. So tell us a bit about yourself. Just a few sentences is fine. How you're involved with Flatcar or what brings you here today. And then please select the next person to go next. So I will start. I am Lexi. I work at Microsoft. I am a Flatcar maintainer, pretty much focused on project growth and health. And next, I will choose Robin.
Hello, I'm Robin. I work at Stackit in Germany, and I'm a Flatcar maintainer as well. And I'm also a Flatcar user. Next, I will pick Logan.
Hello, I'm Logan. Despite what my t-shirt looks like, I work for a company called Hedgehog. We are a networking startup, and we use Flatcar to deliver our product to our customers. I as well use it for some of my home lab uses. Let's go with Cyan.
Hello, I'm Cyan. I also am a maintainer of Flatcar and employed with Microsoft. And I primarily look into the releases and a few other features from time to time. So yeah, that's about me. I'll pick Alvin.
Hi everyone. I work at Microsoft. I'm also a Flatcar maintainer, but my specialty is mostly the Nebraska project within Flatcar. So that's what I'm mostly working on in these days as well. How about you, Chewy?
Hi, I'm James, or Chewy. I'm a Flatcar maintainer at Microsoft, also a Gentoo Linux maintainer here in Edinburgh in Scotland. I've been off for a few weeks, so I'm just catching up on everything at the moment. Over to Jan.
Thank you. My name is Jan. I am also a software engineer at Microsoft. I am also a Flatcar maintainer. I do a few things around here. I drive the graduation work for CNCF graduation, which entails things ranging from governance, security, documentation, infrastructure, and all that type of stuff. Basically, every month there's a different thing to work on. Matthew?
Hello, I'm a Flatcar maintainer. What about you, Vicky?
So currently I am working with Google Summer of Code, University of Florida on a research project. And previously I am a co-founder of an edtech startup, Pragati.ip. So yeah, I am from India. I got involved with Flatcar through LFX mentorship. Yeah, getting familiar with the community. I'll pick Karthik. Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Karthik, and I've been working with Red Hat and the IBM team on a DPCM source connector for Milvus, which is a vector database. And I got through Flatcar when I was actually working on the test container. So I was looking for a use case to actually use Flatcar as a container for the Linux. So that's all. Next one is Martin.
Martin, you're on mute if you're trying to talk.
If not, maybe Shiva can go ahead.
Yeah, or we could.
May I go next?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Shiva. and currently I am a GSOC mentee at Uniform Digital Library, and I am from India itself. I got to know about Flatcar from my one of the friend, and I am currently going to that how Flatcar works. That's all.
You want to choose the next person?
Next person is Adit.
Hello, I'm Aditya. I'm currently a student. I'm also from India, and I am currently interested in MLOps and orchestration. But for the containerized purpose, I just exploring some tools, and I got to know about Flatcar from the LFX project and trying to contribute to it to make it more suitable for MLOps and stuff. The next person will be Irvin, if he's not done.
Arvin already went, so maybe Almiko.
Okay, I guess everything is done, right?
I think
Almiko
Almiko is the only one. Almiko?
Hey, yeah, I'm Mike. I'm an engineer at Red Hat. I'm also a chair and tech lead for Kubernetes SIG cloud provider. And I'm here because I'm doing some collaboration with Matthew around ignition work in the Cluster API project. So, hey, everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you all for being here. Great to have you. We have quite a light agenda today. I will share it right now. It was supposed to be more of a deep dive, but I think it might be a little bit maintainer heavy with the conversation. So maybe we can focus more on our new joins. So let me first share the document, our agenda, and we'll kind of go over what me and Jan have been working on as far as the graduation. There's a lot of things coming up, and yeah, it's worth sharing all the fun dates coming up for deadlines. Give me 1 second. Let me know if you see the agenda. Oh, hold on, wait. Why do I have a warning?
We can see the discussion.
Oh, you can. Okay, great. Thanks. Sorry. Good to know. All right. So I think the first thing that I wanted to say, because it's short, is that we finally finalized the poll for a new date and time for these meetings because Matthew was away on Wednesdays. So we have now decided that it's going to be Thursdays at 2:30 UTC, which is great. A lot of people liked that time and date. So we won't start that until probably end of September, once everybody's kind of back from holidays and we have enough time to actually announce it. But the poll ended, I think, last week, and just want to let everybody know. I think me and Jan can maybe tag team a little bit on the steering and technical committees. I don't know how much we want to talk about it. We've kind of, I feel like we've talked about it a lot, and we will be sending it out to all the maintainers. We do have, I don't know if you guys can see, we do have this issue 2206, and I think Jan is going to do like a fresh update or a fresh PR, right? To actually put in all the changes. It is pretty final. I think I updated it last. Is that correct? Is that what it is? I think that was my last.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So everything's pretty updated. A lot of it is going to be like a high overview is that we are going to have a lot of decisions that are going to be given to the actual founding committee, which is probably going to be people that we all know and trust. So I think it's good to kind of leave them to do that work because it gets a little bit confusing and a little bit too many cooks in the kitchen when we have 15 people trying to get consensus on things that maybe don't they matter, but it's a lot of governance work, and some of it is just not things that you guys care about or maintainers care about. So that is the update there. We will be sending it out for a vote tomorrow, I hope. We've been pushing it, but it will be there tomorrow or Friday at the latest, because after that we don't have Jan. And that leads me to the next small announcement is that we're going to be at FreshCon this weekend. Jan and Tilo are going to have a booth at FreshCon, and we'll probably have a nice update next month with photos and a nice update of what they got up to and who they met there when they get back. So all the best. Wish I could have joined, but alas, didn't work out. Okay, so the big thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, right, was the governance work. I don't know how many folks actually, well, I did get some feedback on some of the bigger items. We sent out a form to all the maintainers a few weeks ago. We had some feedback. A lot of it was, there was a lot of different opinions. So I'm not really, I wanted to kind of spend this time talking about that, but I just don't know how productive it'll be, especially since we have so many new joins. I feel like maybe we should give them kind of room to chat a little bit with us. So one is for all the maintainers, please do look at this. We will be sending a bigger email around governance. There's a lot of opinions. If you can fill out the forms still, that'll really give us an idea of how to shape this and what needs more conversation, because right now there's just too many things. So yeah, that's kind of where we were for the meeting. I will kind of open up the floor to the people, the new contributors. And actually, before we do that, I know Cyan has opened up a new channel for the new contributors on Discord. Cyan's also, and I will help out as well, to have like a new contributor orientation. So that's still in progress. I just wanted to let everybody know we're just dealing with an influx of a lot of folks, and we're learning and adjusting as we go. So yeah, let's, like, instead of kind of doing housekeeping, maybe we refocused on maybe what brought everybody new here today. So who would like to maybe go first? Or
I think Cyan wanted to talk about helping new contributors.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I added that thing that it just added the discussion. So my idea to the folks who are joining in, a lot of them told that they have they got to know about Flatcar through LFX. So I would like to know, like, what are your thoughts what are the issues you are facing or the challenges you are facing, and the maintainers can help, and so that we can structure our small like a call accordingly. And like the plan is, like, we try to help you to help you to see on how we can browse through the code, what are the different areas you can work on, because that's another recurring question we have been getting. And we have been getting a lot of the PRs into the Flatcar repo, which is a non-code repo for us, but the actual code lives on a separate repo. And there has been feedback on there are a lot of repos inside Flatcar, so where people should actually contribute to. So do you think, like, would it be helpful for you, like, if we schedule a session, and if yes, like, what are the things you are actually looking into it, if you plan to attend? So, yeah. That's a silence. So I think, like, we can plan our ways probably. But yeah, folks, are you like already working on something, looking through the code? The folks who have actually joined in via the LFX program, the new contributors.
Yeah, we can arrange a session for that, for introducing the new repositories to the newcomers. Actually, for there is not much time left for the deadline for the LFX folks I'm talking about. So mainly what I've done is I've tried to understand the Mantle code, and then for the I'm working on the transpiler project. So kind of trying to make a POC. And the first problem that was facing was there was some kind of semantics that the cloud init config has, but the Butane doesn't, like the sudo and the default users. And also I'm trying to make sure that all the edge cases are kind of maintained, like so that, like, one of I what I faced is, I don't know if this is the right session to discuss that. I'm just gonna ask first of all that should I discuss it or not about the POC and stuff. Maybe we should arrange a different session. Yeah.
You can probably ask the question. If it goes on too long, we can probably cut it short and try to make it for a different call, or the new contributors channel that we have created. So one thing is that this is our first time applying to LFX, and we are definitely learning through all the experiences. So we were a bit underprepared, I would say, but we are trying our best to accommodate everyone. And it's kind of a season where a lot of folks are, or a lot of maintainers are also on holiday, so we are kind of short staff on maintainers. So everyone is trying their best. So that's why we thought, like, because we have been getting a lot of questions, I think a new contributors channel would help, so that you can ask any question guilt free there, and we'll try to help you out. The only thing is, don't ping any maintainer, just drop a question and everybody will look to answer there. And anyways, you can just go ahead and ask your question. I mean, Matthew is there, and Elmiko is there. They can probably try to answer you, or the other maintainers as well. Yeah.
And to answer the question about Cloud Init and Butane and stuff, I would say that this is part of the mentorship, actually. So this is not something we ask to do before the mentorship. This is something to do during the internship.
Right.
So what you can do before is just to get started with the project and get to know the how things are working all together, and even cluster API, for example, and see how things could interact. But we do not ask people to actually start working on the mentorship before they join the mentorship. Yes, Elmiko?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point, Matthew. And like, I think, when I think about the larger activity of the mentorship and the interning that's going on here, like, I can tell that there are many people who are excited to get to the subject of the internship. And that's almost like the less important part for me about mentoring. Like, this is about learning how to collaborate, learning how to work in open source communities, learning how to work with other people. And so, like, like, I'm getting private emails and private DMs from prospective interns who are like, well, I've already created this project with all these assumptions about what I think is happening. And it's like, okay, well, that's interesting. But my goal here isn't just necessarily to have a piece of technology kind of like given back to me. I want to go through the process of, like, sharing how to collaborate and how to work on a team and everything. So I think focusing on that is like might be important for future rounds of these internships and whatnot. And I guess
Yes. Yeah, I actually echo the same thoughts. I mean, how I see contribution to any projects is primarily like, you contribute and plan to stay there long term and try to become a maintainer there. Should be should be the goal. And Flatcar, being a CNCF project, is kind of connected
Yeah.
to the whole CNCF ecosystem. So you end up contributing to the whole ecosystem. So you start with one project and slowly move into the breadth of it, and try to work on other container in the container ecosystem. So that, and that's how you basically grow yourself. And that's how I personally see contributing to open source is, like, you build your profile as well. On the other side, you build your knowledge, and as well as help the community. So I think the first thing, as Matthew mentioned, is what I would say is, you are reading the mental code, that's good, but maybe do a setup, maybe try to run. There's a tutorial we have. So try to run the tutorial, see how Mantle interacts with the images, and see how things work. And this is a basic level. I mean, when I am working, these are the development tools that I have to use on a day-to-day basis, like the SDK container and everything. So setting those things also has its own challenges, because it's an OS level project, so it has its own challenges. So you'll probably get to dig around it and learn a thing or two there. Yeah. Martin?
Hello everyone. So I'm Divyesh. So I just wanted to ask, like when writing the proposals, yeah. So is there a specific structure that we need to follow? Also the number of pages, like because like we have to minimize down to the pages that the maintainers can read, right? Without like spamming with too much of information. So I just wanted to like clarify that.
So I'll take this one. So the proposals are going through the LFX platform, actually, from what I understand. So all of the proposal writing should be done on that platform. So I don't. So I'm not sure if. Yeah, I think the thing that we asked for was a CV and like a resume. Jan, is that the only thing that we?
Yeah, basically. I mean,
No. Well, so I don't think that, I don't think that there's anything that you can do right now here technically, because it all kind of goes through that platform. I
Right.
don't. Sorry, I just heard somebody say something.
I can add a few things. So I'm not sure on how the platform is, but maybe this is something we can take it and do some digging around today, tomorrow, and see if there are things that needs to be added. But I definitely, like yesterday we saw, it's like a resume, cover letter, and stuff that needs to be added on the platform. But if there's a proposal that needs to be written, then in that case, like it should not have to be very long. I mean, to the point, in your words, just trying to convey how you plan to divide the task, how you think breaking down the task would look like. It includes reading about Cloudinate. It could include reading about the other things, and as it's part of it, and then you basically grow into it. And how you spend those 3 months is what I think, and probably relevant experience that you have around it. So that might be another thing. But yeah, Matthew and Miko probably can add more on this. Jan?
Yeah, one thing that I would add is, when it comes to the resume and everything you're communicating to maintainers or potential mentors, right? The less AI, the better, I would say. The more personal it is, like it's actually you, right? That's actually valuable here, right? I mean, I think most people here know how to use AI. So what's really important for us is like the person behind the wheel of the AI, if that makes sense. Yeah, sorry, continue.
Okay. I am saying that as far as I know that there is no need of proposal in LFX itself. There is only one cover letter, as I applied previously in Jan itself. So I think the length of the cover letter is itself at least means around only 3 pages. So I think that is not possible to define all the timelines or how we are dividing the whole project into different chunks and how we are going to complete that project into that timeline. So I want to just ask that if the cover letter has only a limited space to tell what we are doing, so I think I can only share about what's our strategy only. And I think there is one time, if we are selected, then there is one interview kind of thing happen after that selection, before the final selection. So I think can we discuss the timeline and tell you about the how we are going to tackle all the things in the interview itself or the cover letter itself?
So, sorry, because some of this stuff is very like, I think this needs to be asked mostly towards the CNCF and LFX itself. Like these
So
questions are a little, because we don't know how, like, it's our first time. I don't want us to give you wrong information or tell you things wrong. So the LFX in their documents specifically says, please use the CNCF mentoring discussion board, and don't actually ask some of these like logistical items because we might give you the wrong answer. We might tell you something differently. So I would just say if there's any like specific submission issues or submission questions or questions around the proposal or how you submit your CV or your resume, I would really just use the mentoring discussion board, because I worry that we will just not know, and we'll tell you in good faith something that we think might make sense, but we might be wrong. So I would just, if there are questions like that, I would just aim it at them. Vicky? Oh.
Yeah, so for the proposal things and all, like it depends on the org to org preference, right? So like every org, every have their own way to judge the best candidate. Some take interviews, some take. So in the task prerequisites, we are seeing resume and cover letter. And the cover letter, it should be like 1 page is enough. Like it's the interest and why we are relevant. It's the enough for like to judge anyone or so the things are mainly about our experience and things are like in the resume, right? And the next thing, the works we have to do on the project, these things we can't decide right now. These things we have to, that's why we have mentors in our project. These things we have to decide with our mentors, like how we are going to proceed on that. So yeah, it should be like 1 page or something, a cover letter and resume. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I think, kind of to one of the questions that Shiva was asking there too, like if you're coming to the mentorship and you already have like a full plan for how you're going to implement everything and you already know like the timelines that you're going to do and you have all this, prospected out, I would say that, you probably don't need the internship. Go find some issues in the repo and start working them, because you're obviously already thinking about how to plan these things and do these things and everything. So that would be my advice, is that if your thinking is already so advanced that you can see a feature coming out of like planning and you've got a plan for how to implement it and a timeline and everything, come share with us in the upstream. Like, you don't need an internship, you should just start contributing.
So Elmico, like these questions are arising because of like in the GSOC program, we need a proposal thing, right? In this proposal thing, we have to mention all the timelines and things. Like every programs have their different way to judge the right candidate. So in this, like the cover letter and resume is more than enough for this. Like, yeah, you are right.
I agree with Vicky here. I mean, I guess the way LFX looks into the new contributors is probably a bit different. That's why I think, from what I read from the README, is like the statement of purpose. So that's not actually very strong, and they actually
Exactly.
want people who are very new to look into it rather than like thinking into the timeline. But I think GSOC is a bit more where you are actually contributing and then have a timeline, because when I did GSOC, I had
Yeah.
to submit like a whole 3 months timeline, and that they have probably a different criteria. But I think this is what I read, like their statement of purpose is as cover letters, it need to be submitted, and then the interviews is based on if the mentors want them or not. So probably we will read through this and just go with the flow. I think cover letters are very much telling about yourself and your goals, and how you look into this project. So I think that should do it. But just to reiterate that I still think like these programs are more into like getting people into open source. So if you
Right.
are still not selected, I would still suggest to, because these uh, because if you still keep contributing, and that makes your thing a bit stronger. But yeah, I mean, this is just to get into open source and a project and grow into that project. So that's how I see it personally. So yeah, that's why like I was like, if you folks want, we can do a session, and I can take you through it. We have ample of YouTube videos, but I think with the time constraint and everything, just to get you prepared, maybe for the interviews, for better answers, you can build your thinking around it. We can have a session, and that would be helpful for you folks to look into on how we can contribute and what are the areas to contribute. I mean, there is SysX, there is package maintenance, there is releases, release tooling, there is security and stuff. So there are a lot of areas to contribute in general in Flatcar. So whichever interests you the most, you can probably contribute into. So yeah.
And when will we have information, Cyan? When do you think we might do this session? What were you thinking?
I can do it probably like 18th or 17th is the last date, right? For submission. I mean, I can do 2 of them probably, just so that, because it's on a we don't have a lot of time, and giving the folks notice at the last minute, we can probably do 2 of them. And I can probably have some document ready so people can just jump into it, maybe have a 1 hour to 1.5 hours call, probably a one on Friday, in late Indian time zone, afternoon Europe time, and maybe one a bit later in the Indian time zone. So if there are US folks who are joining in, they can also join it. So just keeping the time zone into perspective. So yeah, maybe one on 14, one maybe on 17. So yeah.
Sounds good. Once you know, I will definitely try to join both of them as well.
Because I'll probably go through, like, we have done a couple of workshops and all, so we'll probably try to use the tutorials we already have, just to let people know of all the resources that are there and start to tinker around with those resources and how they can use those things. So that's my goal at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Fantastic. That'll be really, really helpful. I think, yeah, we were definitely caught off guard with all of this. So yeah, thanks for bearing with us. Okay, I think we could probably wrap this up. So just a reminder on some upcoming dates for the next office hours. We will come back September 9th. Oh, yes, Cyan?
I just wanted to give this update on the releases as well.
Oh, sorry. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
With the release, the release is currently ongoing. We are a bit delayed from the time we had on the release tracker, but I think we have all the tests passing now. The last one, the Stackit one, have also passed. So we'll probably start with the go no go. The release notes is also ready. So we'll start with the go no go and try to wrap it up. At least I can start the release job by today, and maybe continue with the rest of the steps tomorrow, or whatever sees fit. But I think we will wrap up the releases by tomorrow. So yeah. And the next one, I'll probably try to do some planning and see when we can do the maintenance releases. But anyways, we need to do some planning around on how um, the stable pump and the new LTS needs to cut out. So those things we need to probably plan a bit. So that would be on the item for the next 2 weeks, so that we can bring those things out. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. Okay. Does anybody have anything else for today before I wrap up? Okay, cool. Right, the next office hours is going to be September 9th. The next developer sync is at the end of this month, which is August 26th. Yes, and both are on Wednesday, 2:30 UTC. And yeah, that's everything for today. And if you've got questions for the newcomers, we do have the Discord channel now, so please drop your questions there. We will be reviewing them, and we are available on Kubernetes and CNCF Slack. Yeah, we're around. But yeah, please be patient because it is holiday time, and we're trying to do our best with as many people as are having those questions. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and yeah, have a great day.
See you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. See you guys.
See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.